Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RNG Podcast.
Oh, God, is that going to be your fucking intro? Jesus Christ. All right, hold up. So, before we fucking get anywhere with this podcast, Chris, I got to ask you, baby. This is the one. This is the question right here.
You always say this. You ask these questions. Before we get anywhere, let me ask you this.
You're breaking the fourth wall every time. You gotta stop.
Is there a fourth wall in the podcast?
No, okay. Now we're officially starting. All right.
Okay. All right.
So you said a hobo touched
Ladies and gentlemen.
So where
okay, so I was on my way to work the other day, okay? I was on my way to work the other day.
Okay.
And I was passing this pizza place. And
is it like the ghetto part of the neighborhood, or well, you live in Utah, right? So that's like it's all Mormons.
It's all Mormons. Every last one of them.
I did not know Mormons could be homeless. I never thought that was like ran my mind. I feel like they're all just rich. They know what they're doing.
No, Salt Lake City's only like 30% Mormon, which is still a lot, but it's not that much.
So you're telling me 3 out of 10 people are Mormon?
Yeah, or like 1 out of 3.
All right, don't switch these numbers up on me. All right, boy, this is you're switching up the dynamics.
Okay, all right. So I was walking by the pizza place, and I see this guy walking, and he's homeless. He kind of hangs out around where I work, because I work in a busier area.
Okay.
And I've seen him before.
What's his name?
The first time I don't want to say his name for private reasons, in case he watches this
Make up a name. What do you mean he's going to watch the podcast? He's homeless. Where's he going to go?
His name is Alfred, all right?
Alfred is going to go to the local library.
We're going to call him Al, dude.
So you're just going to sell him out like that, bro? That easily? Just going to sell out your contact?
What do you mean?
Alfred is watching this right now.
No, Al's not watching, okay?
I guarantee
Al and I, we go way back. Like, my first week of work, I bumped into him at the bathroom.
Oh, God.
Oh,
God.
And I was like, yo, dude, what's up? And he was like, oh, I'm just taking a little bird bath.
What?
And I was like, oh, okay.
Is that like homeless euphemism for taking a shit?
No, that means he's taking a shower in the sink.
How do you do that? What's like
it's like I don't know, dude. You like get some water, you just kind of splash it on yourself.
That's not really taking a bath, is it? I mean,
it's a bird bath, dude.
So he's the bird in this analogy?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like you're making a lot of unnecessary comments about Al here, okay?
I'm sorry.
So
Al seems like a good guy.
So I met him outside. I didn't meet him while he was, splashing water. I wasn't in there for that. But I met him outside, and he was just kind of talking about it. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I understand. You got to do what you got to do. Because, times are hard. So if you can get a little bath in, you need to take advantage of that, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, Al seemed like a pretty well-spoken dude, pretty intelligent. But, you just got to wonder.
Right.
You don't know for certain. So you have to approach it all with a grain of salt.
Right.
So that was the first week I was working at my current job. Since then, I'd seen Al walking around, but I hadn't had any interactions with Al. He was there, but we never bumped into each other, and I was kind of thankful for that. So this is about 5 months later, and this happened like yesterday or the day before, and I'm walking to work, and I see Al out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, and it's kind of like an awkward distance, like in a distance that you wouldn't typically interact with somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you have to kind of shout to talk to him. So I was just like, I saw him, and he saw me, but I wanted to kind of just like pretend like we didn't see each other. But he was like, hey, man, what's up?
That's fucked up, Chris. That's fucked. You're telling me.
I mean, he was like decent distance away,
Dude, you witnessed this man having a bird bath. What's more intimate?
I didn't witness that. He was just talking. He was just telling me about
I thought you were watching. I was like, oh, damn.
No, I asked
him.
Intimate. He just started talking to me when I was outside of the bathroom, and he said, yeah, I'm waiting to take a bird bath.
That's better now. All right. So he's waiting on you, basically, to take the bird bath.
Yeah, I didn't use that bathroom. I went and found another one.
Okay. Good idea.
There were a few people who wanted to take a bird bath.
Oh, God. Where do you live, dude? Like, how is it that more, like, why are they in lines trying to take baths in the sink? Oh, my God.
It's just because I work in, like, a public place, and the restrooms are open to the public, so.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so I'm talking with Al, right?
Yeah.
We're chatting because I wait for him. He says, hey, man, what's up? And I'm like, what's up, man? So I stop my walking so that he can catch up to me. So we walk down the sidewalk side by side, me
What
and
a
Al.
good friend, dude. I like that.
And he was talking about what he's been doing lately. And lately, he says he started up some classes. He started teaching some public classes, free to take. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, dude, good for you. I think that's pretty awesome. He's like, what are you doing Sunday? And I was like,
ooh.
I think I'm going to be out of town, dude.
Oh,
he's
why?
like, oh, okay. He's like, okay, well, I mean, like, if you have any friends or anybody who wants to, wants to take this class, it's going to be all about, what do you say? It's going to be all about citations and warrants and how to get out of them. And I was like, yo, dog. Yeah. I don't need to be messing with that right now.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, dude. He said, yeah. So just let your friends know that if they want to take these classes, just tell them to show up. And he gave a location of where to show up, like a public forum.
Okay.
And he said, and make sure they bring a 32 to 64 gigabyte thumb drive.
Why?
What? And he was like, because there's a lot of information I need to transfer over to you guys. And I was like, 32 gigs?
Shit, dude.
What's this dude giving me?
That's insane.
Anyway,
yeah.
That's basically the whole story.
So you didn't go to the class?
So next Sunday I'm gonna go to his class and I'm gonna see what it's all about.
No, honestly, dude, this is great for you because I feel like, because think about it, you've never experienced a life of crime, and now you can get away with it. This Al guy is gonna really teach you a thing or two.
He's really gonna turn my life around.
He's gonna turn your life around in 32 gigs to 64 gigs, bro.
That's all you need, dude, is 32 to 64 gigs.
And you can get away with murder.
Or double that amount.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson needed Al in his life. I don't wonder where Al was at that time, but my God, dude. So you met this guy in a bathroom, then I
met him outside the bathroom. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. We don't want to get that. We don't get that part.
Yeah.
Grizz isn't about that life where you talk to the guy in the urinal next to you.
This is another story. It's about as equally entertaining as the last one I just told.
Yeah, good.
So I was going to the bathroom at a urinal, and there's a guy next to me at the urinal. No divider. Keep in mind. That's the worst situation to be in.
What kind of bathroom has no urinal dividers? That's like a design flaw,
It's a dark world out there, man. I know.
God. All right.
But anyway, I was sick. I had a cold, so my nose was sniffling a lot, right?
Yeah.
And apparently he did too. So we're both sitting there we're not sitting. We're standing side by side at the urinal. 3 feet apart.
Jesus.
And we're both just sniffling like crazy.
Dick and balls just hanging out, just sniffling out of nowhere. Dude. Oh dear God.
Just hanging out.
Oh God. Dude.
Oh man.
That's a bad scenario to be in.
So we finish about the same time. And I'm like, dude, I gotta blow my nose.
Right.
I have to blow my nose because it's bad.
It's a natural instinct.
And you know after you blow your nose like a bunch.
Yeah.
Like it starts hurting to blow your nose. Like your nose is really like sensitive.
Yeah,
like it's like raw.
It gets a little red and dry, and you're
yeah.
Fuck.
So I was like, and the only thing I could use was either some like 1-ply toilet paper in the bathroom or a paper towel, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
So I take my hands and I blow my nose into my hands.
Oh God.
Well, I'm trying to,
next to this guy with your pants down, you're just gonna blow your fucking no human
No,
decency?
I'm done. I'm over at the sink. I'm at the sink.
Oh, I thought you were still next to him.
And it's an automatic sink, so I don't have to touch any handles. I don't have to do anything. So I just blow my nose in my hands, and I wash it off.
Yeah.
But right before I do that, he starts doing it.
Oh God.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
But I didn't let that prevent me. I started it. And I swear we were probably both there at the sink for 30 seconds.
Dear God, dude.
Just blowing our noses. We never said a word to each other. It was just, we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my second story of the day.
Okay, wait. So I got another bathroom story. This
all right, dude,
This is like the bathroom story podcast.
I love bathroom stories.
It's pretty relevant. So I don't know if I ever told you this, but I went to a boarding school for my 9th grade year for like 1 semester in India.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I was at a boarding school there, and it was like separated. So like guys had their own side and girls had their own side. And there was like...
Wait, what do you mean, the bathroom?
No, dude, just like the whole fucking campus. Like, it was weird,
so it was like...
Yeah.
Boys, girls were separate.
Right. Okay. Like
Okay.
to kind of picture it, imagine like a Roman Colosseum, right? Like a big ass Colosseum,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then like imagine like there's like different rooms where you go to sleep, and they just fucking cut that bitch in half with a net, like a metal net, and on one side, it's like it's like a rail. It's like a weird net rail thing. I don't know how to describe it, but on one side were all the girls. That's where they would live. On the other side were all guys.
Can you see them?
You can see them. That's the weird part. Like it's visible. Like you can see the other fucking side. You can see the girls.
You can see them sleeping. Is that what you said?
Because like not sleeping unless they keep their fucking door open. But like most of them have their doors closed. You know, like it's just.
Oh, okay. So
right,
this is like a hallway.
Yeah, well, because you're on the balcony on your side, right, and then you can look across, and then you can see the balcony on their side.
Oh,
you see what I'm talking
so
about?
it's like a courtyard area in between.
Right, and then they got like a metal divider, I guess, but you can still see through it. Like it's like so it was like a really weird setup. And then another really weird thing is that when you go to the bathrooms there, sometimes the bathrooms are not always like for men and for women. There's like unisex bathrooms.
Right, yeah.
And okay, but the story doesn't take place. I just want to let you know that that's like a thing going on there. I thought that was really fucking weird. I'd never been in one of those, but
well, I mean, like it's not both people going at once, right?
No, you can. That's the weird part. Like
okay, that's a little weird.
That's what I wanted to point out. It was just kind of weird. I don't know what's going on there, but anyways, right. So I went to the men's bathroom after like an hour of geometry class or whatever the fuck they were teaching me back then.
Right.
And I remember going to the class and there were like 7 dudes inside the bathroom with their dicks pointed at the wall, and I had no idea what was happening. Right.
Okay.
And like you gotta imagine, I lived in America for like a good portion of my adult life. Or my teen life, and then I only lived in India for like my first 2 years. You know what I mean? So like,
wait, so was this in India?
This was in India. This is the Indian boarding school I'm talking about.
Okay, and you're in like 9th grade,
right? But
so you're like what, 15?
What? I don't know how old 9th graders are. I really don't remember.
I don't know, like 15, dude.
15, yeah. Let's just say I'm 15, right? So I was 15. I walk in. I don't know Indian customs. I never, I haven't lived there long enough to know it, right?
Right.
And I see like 6, 7 dudes with their dicks hanging out, pointing at a wall, and I'm like, "What the fuck is actually going on here? This is weird as hell."
Are they're clothed?
They were, dude. Here's the funny ass part. They had their shirts on, but just all their pants and underwear was off. And they were just in a row.
Completely off, not just pulled down, just off?
Like full off, dude. And they were all 7 of them were looking at a fucking wall. Like, I cannot make this shit up. I still have mental images about this shit. I walk in, I see like 7 of them with their dicks hanging out pointing at the wall. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And you know what they were doing, dude? I think it might just be like a weird boarding school thing. But they were trying to see whose pee stream can hit the wall like the farthest amount. So, like, they would back up together and they would just pee at the fucking wall.
Why did they take their pants off?
I don't know. That's the stunning part. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm still trying to decipher, like, what that part of the tradition was. I don't know why their pants were up. I don't know why they were, like, fucking butt naked trying to pee against the wall.
There were 7 of them?
There were 7, dude. And they would, I swear, they would move back in, like, a row. Like they would just all take a couple of steps back. They would aim, lock the target, and then they would just let that shit go. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here, dude? I had to go to like a different bathroom, like on a different floor, because I was just so fucking weirded out.
That's like a 7-person line. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of fucking people. But imagine they coordinated peeing at a wall together. So like that's a whole other dynamic that we're not exploring.
If they're peeing at a wall together, they can do
anything.
Was there a drain on the floor, or do they just not care?
It's nasty. I don't even look. I walked in. I saw a couple asses. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over here, dude? and then I saw like a couple streams start. I'm like, all right, I'm out. Like, all right, fuck this. And then I walked away. But like, just that experience fucking haunts me, dude. Like that boarding school, I had so many fucked up experiences there. Like, I'm so glad I got back into American high school after all that. But it was bad.
Can we recreate this experience next time I come visit you? We can take a picture from behind and we can use it as our RNG thumbnail.
Jesus, dude. I mean, I'm down, dude. But here, dude, I actually saw it. Like, this is another, like, mildly gay thing that I feel like if this happened in the States, like, they'd for sure be like, yeah, those guys are gay. I saw these two dudes just holding each other's pinkies walking around. Just the pinky. Like, and
just two dudes?
Just two dudes. But
okay, well, maybe they were gay.
But they weren't, because you know how I knew? They were my cousins. No. And and I know that they had girlfriends. That's the fucked up part, dude.
Do you know that?
Dude, I know that they have girlfriends. Like, why would they fucking hold their pinkies?
Maybe they just pretend they do when you come visit.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, we know how those Americans are, dude. They have Trump as president.
Yeah.
They're like, nah.
Yeah, dude. They don't fuck with that kind of logic. No, but it's also kind of weird because, like, in India, like, the culture is different where, like, the adults... Like, okay, dude, here, like, if you're, like, a 30-year-old man or a 40-year-old man, right? And
40-year-old grown man.
Right. And imagine I'm 40, you're 40, okay? We both have kids, right?
That's so, yeah.
So the thing is, you would never go up to my kid and just, like, randomly hold his fucking hand. Because that's fucking kind of weird. That's fucking weird, right? But in India, it's totally different because the adults there
How old's your kid in this scenario?
Let's assume the kid's like
older
12.
Than like
12.
Okay, yeah.
12. That's fucking weird. But like in India, it's not even an issue, dude, cuz like they'll like the adults don't mind that. Like they'll hold on to your kid's hand cuz like they have such a big sense of like family and community where like they don't look at it like a pet. Like the whole concept of pedophilia, it obviously exists in India too, but in like small cases. But for the most part, they're not really afraid of that. You know, they don't mind letting like a random stranger hold their kid or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not a thing. Like, they just don't think about that.
A random stranger hold their kid's hand?
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre when you first see it, right? But then you'll understand that, like, they just won't do anything. Like, it's not weird to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a little kid. Like for example, I have a cousin over there. She's, like, such an adorable 8-year-old, right? She's just cute as fuck. So, like, we would go to the mall and then, like, you know, like, she'd want me to hold her hand and shit and whatever. Like, it's yeah, or whatever. So, like, we're walking around. And then we went to, like, a random bazaar. And they were selling, like, some vegetables. And I guess, like, she knew the bazaar owner. And then but no, just in the sense that, yo, okay, like, I buy groceries from you type situation. Like, you know what I mean? Not like she knows him like
Not
that.
like family friends. Just right. Like, yo, I know who this dude is just because I buy groceries.
I got some eggplants from this motherfucker a couple times, right? Like, that's where that relationship starts and ends. So, basically, this guy, like, he's an old man. He's like a cool old man. He goes up to her, and then he just, like, pinches her cheek, and he's like, oh, you look so cute. And then, like, he's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like a cute thing. It's like, you know, they kind of cherish like the kids and shit in that world, right, side of the world. I guess it's not looked as weird if like an old dude does that. But here, though, if you took your 8-year-old daughter,
I mean, it's a little weird if it's somebody you don't know, but like your grandparents and aunts and uncles, you know, that sort of thing's normal.
Right. So, would you let some random 80-year-old dude just like pinch your daughter's cheek? Like randomly?
I mean, it depends on. There's a lot of factors, but probably I'd be like, that's kind of weird, dude.
Do you think we think that way in America because there's like the media plays more pedophile stories here than any other fucking nation? Like, do you think we're more scared of like?
I don't know. For me, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that sort of thing, so I would just assume that my kid wouldn't feel comfortable with it either. I don't think I don't think it's a fear that they're gonna abduct my child or whatever.
Right.
I think it's more of a that makes me uncomfortable.
But why does it make you uncomfortable though? That a stranger would like, you know, do something?
Because it's a stranger pinching my kid's cheek. It's somebody I don't know, like invading their personal space.
I see. Like that's the crazy thing to me. It's like when you go and you visit a different country where that kind of shit's dope. And it's allowed.
That's where it's dope?
Yeah, it is. Like, what happens is, like, dude, like, honestly, if you have a cute-ass kid, like, everyone is going to want to pinch your kid's fucking cheek and want to, you know, like, just, you know, fucking just have fun with your kid. Because, like, it's a cute kid. I think it's mainly also because there's, like, a lot of kids in India. It's kind of something that's kind of fucked up. But, like, a lot of them are not that cute, so it's just kind of like, damn, like, you got a cute-ass kid. Like, that's dope. Like, let me pinch your cheek real quick, you know, like a little cute little gesture. Like, it's not weird. I don't know. It's weird here. It's not weird there, I guess.
It's a little weird.
But anyways, yeah, they basically fucking peed at a wall, and I witnessed that experience.
What a thing to witness.
It's fucking weird. It is bizarre.
Is that why you left? Did you tell your parents you're like, yo, I walked in on some dudes peeing at a wall.
Yeah.
You gotta get me out of here.
No, I didn't even tell them about that. The biggest reason why I left was because I'm really dumb. Like that's legit why I left.
You got kicked out?
Not even that I got kicked out. Here's the thing. In India, there's another concept of just buying your grades and degree. Like, you can legit buy it. Straight up. Like, if you have the right connections,
yeah, you can do that here
buy
too.
it. Well, I don't know about if you could do that here, because I would like that service if that's available.
You can pay people to do your homework.
Right,
you can't necessarily pay the school, but you can pay people.
I'm talking like you bring 50,000 rupees to your headmaster and this motherfucker slides you a little degree. You know what I mean? Like, bada bing, bada boom, you're a doctor now who can like legally operate on other human beings. Like, it's at that level of, like, you know, corruption. But it's like you can do that there. And I was just really dumb, dude. Like, when you look at Indian curriculums for education, it fucking outcompetes the shit out of America. Like, American education is fucking stupid compared to, like, Indian education. It's ridiculous. Like, for example, what did you learn in high school? Like, can you remember, like, some things that, like, classes that you took?
Yeah, a few things.
Tell me the grades too if you remember them.
Tell me what?
Like, tell me the grade that you took the class to if you remember them. Like 9th grade or 10th grade.
Oh. I took some agriculture classes, because, as you know, I'm a farmer.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I took some ag classes in 9th and 10th grade.
Some Aggies.
In those classes, like, I actually feel like I learned a lot in those classes.
Yeah.
Maybe not things that I'm ever going to apply, but stuff that, like, I think is interesting.
Okay.
So I took those classes. I took a shop class.
Uh-huh.
So I can use, I know how to use, like, a table saw.
Yeah.
I know how to use, like, power tools and stuff. I mean, like, my math classes, I'm not really, like, gonna use the math a lot, you know?
Right.
I don't feel like most people use their math, but I feel like there's a lot of things that I did learn.
Okay, so let me give you, because when I came back to the States, back for 9th grade, I basically took algebra. That's like a classic, you know, that's what everyone takes. Then you got yourself, you know, English 1, you know, some basic English classes, shit like that, right? So that's like basic. That's across the board. That's what I'm sure like everyone has to take, right? In India for 9th grade, you're learning stats. You're learning trigonometry, right? Just for math alone. Then for English, you're forced to learn 2 languages that are like the Indian national language, and then whatever your mother language is. So, for example, if you're in the state of Andhra Pradesh, you have to learn that state's language, that state's local language, on top of the national language, right? So you got that class, right? And then basically what I'm trying to get at is that every class that you take in India is like the American equivalent, but on fucking steroids.
Okay, you know what? I don't have anything to say otherwise, so I'm just going to choose to believe you.
Well, okay, no, basically my point is this. I didn't want to get on the side tangent of like what they teach, but basically I'm just trying to say I was dumb. I don't know how to do any of that shit. So then when I left the boarding school there, we basically paid them to put me into all the advanced classes when I came to America. Like, we literally just paid them to get me good grades. And it was like the easiest fucking shit I've ever done in my life, dude. I came over here with a 4.0, and I remember not even finishing like half my assignments when I was over there. I didn't even know how to do half that shit. I'm pretty sure I failed like all my tests. But yeah, dude. India's crazy.
Something to be proud of, dude.
Dude, I'm proud of that. That's an experience. That's a worthwhile experience. I mean, how many people can say that they paid for their classes and the credits?
I don't know. Apparently a lot in India.
In India, that's like, yeah. Like, you can get away with a lot of shit in India, dude. That's also what makes it really scary. Like, you can get away with a lot of shit in India. What about Utah, though? I feel like...
I've never gone to school in Utah, so I can't say.
You're not from Utah?
You know I'm not from Utah.
I feel like most white people just come from Utah for some reason. I feel like that's just a thing. That's just like that's like what I think of. Yo, so do you have any more bathroom stories, or are we done with the bathroom story topic?
I think we might be done with bathroom stories.
I was trying to think of like more bathroom stories, yeah. But I'm out of bathroom stories.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of bathroom stories.
Bathroom stories are rare to come by. You know?
They are, but they're gold.
They're gold there every fucking time, dude. I kind of want to talk about that Tinder date that almost gone wrong.
Please,
I almost
absolutely.
Should I? Okay.
I want to hear about it.
All right. Okay. Oh God, I feel like such an idiot talking about it. Like post.
Yo, I'll start it off. So Raj went on Tinder because he's hopping in the game. He's hopping in the dating game, right? Did you want?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm saying?
Right. No, I feel what you're saying.
Am I okay to say that?
Yeah.
Raj is hopping in the dating game, right? So he does what any 20, how old are you? 21-year-old would do this day and age. He downloads Tinder and starts swiping right. I don't know what the terms are. I've never been on Tinder. Give me a breakdown.
You got it. No, listen. It's literally you swipe left if you don't like them, swipe right if you like them.
And you liked everybody.
I liked everybody. Okay, let me explain, all right? You're too out of touch. You live in fucking Utah, and you go to a Mormon church, all right? Let me explain this shit. So, basically, I was on Tinder, and as any guy here would know, all right, you just keep swiping right. Like, you don't give a fuck, dude. Because the thing is, like, everyone on Tinder is shallow as fuck, and girls who aren't really that attractive think they're attractive because
they're the
more
worst.
Of them. Because they're the fucking worst, right? So, like, you'll swipe with them, and they're like, haha, tell me a joke. It's like, bitch, I'm not doing stand-up, the fuck? Like, what am I telling you a joke for? Like, can we just have, like, a normal human conversation? They never want to. So you got to keep swiping right until you find the one, so that's how that works. So I keep swiping right. It was like 500 swipes. I'm going through the fucking ocean. I'm Captain Ahab. I'm trying to find my Moby Dick. So, in a sense, I end up finding this one match with this girl who I'm not gonna name the name because I'll explain why. It's kind of controversial right now in my life, but let's call her Sally, right? So I swipe with Sally, and Sally was pretty fucking hot, guys. I'm not gonna lie, the pictures were looking good. She was
hot. Dude. Right? I never saw a picture, but I heard stories.
They were looking pretty spicy. And what's more spicy than her pictures were the way she talked to me. She was very spicy with the way she talked to me. And the thing is, I'm uninitiated to how Tinder really works because, like I said, I just swipe right. So, like, I never usually get a match. But the time that I do, it's like I get her. She's fucking spicy, and she sent me spicy ass memes, dude. Like, she's just...
Dude, she is spicy.
She's hitting me up in the DMs. She's talking about some really lewd shit. And here in RNG, we don't really swear, so I can't really get too into details.
We don't?
I mean, we do, but all right, basically, right? So she was basically saying some crazy shit. Like, she wanted to fuck and all this, like, like, she just was, like, super into that kind of thing, right? She was like a very hypersexual woman, Sally was. And so we went back and forth. And the thing was, though, I didn't really trust Sally because think about it, boys, right? After 500 swipes, you get Sally, and all she wants to do is fuck. And it's like, what do you think? Like, you think, damn, dude, I'm hella good at Tinder now. Like you think, what is this a scam? Like, am I about to get robbed? Like, what's happening right now? So that's what hit my mind. But I don't really think with my brain. I kind of was thinking with
she was speaking
right
your language.
She was talking to my dick basically, and I was talking back with my dick. Like, there was no brain power involved in any of our conversations. So it got to the point where she wanted to meet up, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's meet up, let's fucking get this going. Your boy is he's excited for this. He's excited for this one, boys. So I'm trying to get prepped for this. I'm trying to get this shit going. And eventually she sends me a text like 2 days before we meet up, and she's just like, yo, like, I'm so horny, like, just text me, right? So I hit her phone number up, and I'm like, yo, what's up? This is Raj. And then so we keep talking. And so, like, she's saying some dirty ass shit. And let me tell you guys, so, like, our conversation was fucking dirty, dude. But there was one thing that she said. It's not appropriate for this. Nah, I can't even get into half the shit she wanted me to do to her. But one of the things that she wanted me to do to her was particularly dirty. So she basically texted, she was like, do you want to give me a Russian backpack? Right? So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. So I text her. I literally text her. I'm like, okay, hold on, let me Google it. Like I just stop her whole convo and I text her that. So
Let me Google that.
I go and Google what a Russian backpack is, boys. Whew, let me tell you, that is not something you want to do with some random Tinder hoe. Okay, that's some crazy shit. It's not even what you want to do with anybody, really. Like it's just it sounds painful, like it's a Russian backpack. And so I literally text her, yeah, let's avoid that one. That was like the chain of conversations that we fucking had, dude. And so eventually what happened was that, you know, she was all excited and shit. She was ready to go. And that same night, I'm going to go back to the Captain Ahab analogy here. I was polishing my harpoon, boys. I was getting ready for fight night here. And and I kind of snapped back into sense. I was like, okay, you know what? I don't know about this. This is kind of fishy. I'm gonna research into her more. You know what I mean? So I Googled her and I couldn't find anything about her. I tried looking up her work. I couldn't find anything about her. Then I tried, she told me that we had a lot of mutual friends, right? And then so I was like, wait, what? How do we have a lot of mutual friends? Because when you go to her Tinder profile, there's a number on the bottom that says you're mutual friends. There was no fucking number on the bottom on her profile.
Wait, do you have friends on Twitter? Is that like a feature?
On Tinder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can match with you. I mean, you can find your friends. It's kind of rare, but like you have mutual friends. You can see like mutual friends between two random people. You know what I mean? So like
Sure.
they know, you know? But how is this girl going to tell me that we have mutual friends when I look at her profile and I don't see any mutual friends? So then I got a little suspicious, boys. I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't want to get honey dicked. This is not going to be good. So I end up blocking her number and just not even meeting up with her, right? So I thought it was over. It's whatever. You know, I didn't I didn't want to deal with it. And then cut to 2 days ago, I got a phone call from the boyfriend, air quotes, boyfriend of Sally, right? So he calls me up. He's like, yo, is this Raj? Now, this is coming from a number from a local town where I used to, like, go to school. So I'm like, okay, it's probably one of my old college friends, right? He probably changed his number. And then I'm like, yeah, this is Raj. What's up, bro? And he's like, yo, are you trying to fuck my girl Sally? Like, just out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I didn't even, like, low key, I sounded like a beta bitch, like, talking to him on the phone. Like, I kind of fed into his ego. Because I didn't know what the fuck was happening, right? So, like, I was just like, bro, I didn't even fucking meet up with her. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Wait, did he call you?
Dude, okay, he called me. He called me, right? He called me, right? So he basically, before he turned the phone off, he said one last thing to me. He told me, I have friends at Google. I'm going to find you. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're going to fucking
Wait,
find
what's that
me, dude.
mean?
I don't fucking know. I didn't give a fuck.
I've got friends at Google, dude. I'm going to find you.
Yeah, what some kind of dumbass Xbox Live shit is that, right? So, like, I just fucking hang up. I block the dude's number, and I haven't heard from him since. I don't know if he's using his friends at Google to find my location, boys. I don't know if he has an ID tracker or something. But low-key, though, for the past couple days, I just peep out my window every night. I just kind of make sure there's not any cars nearby. But, I don't know. Nothing is going to happen. Basically, that's my Tinder experience. If I would have gone that night, what would have happened was that I would have gone. She would have met up with me. This guy would have pulled up. He would have had a weapon. He would have tried to fucking hurt me. And he would have probably taken my wallet. He would have taken my dignity with my fucking wallet. And that's it.
Taking my wallet, dude.
Dude, I'd get so... That's like a honey dick situation. And I avoided it, boys. I went against...
What's that mean? I don't know. What's a honey dick situation?
It's like, you ever heard of a honeypot that police officers do?
I mean, this sounds vaguely familiar.
Like, say you go to like a music festival and you know, like, obviously everyone fucking does drugs in music festivals, right? So police officers will dress up like the kids to look all fucking hip and shit. And then they're gonna be like, hey, what's up, brah? Hey, you know where the Molly at? And then like the dude's gonna, like, if you're like a dumbass kid, he's gonna be like, yeah, bro, come back to my tent. Next thing you know, you got the FBI sniffing around the dude's tent and he gets fucked over. He got honeypotted. Basically, that's what that means. Well, honey dick is when, you know, your dick gets caught in the trap and you're kind of just fucked. But yeah, that was essentially my scenario.
What do you think of honey smoked turkey breast?
I like it, but I can't have it because I'm on a diet that doesn't allow me to eat sugars.
Okay, all right. I didn't ask you if you could eat it. I asked you what do you think of it.
What the fuck kind of question is that? Of course I'm gonna tell you if I'm gonna eat it or not. It's a food item. That's like me being like, hey, bro, what do you think of s'mores? It's like, of course you're going to be like, I like them, bro.
Yeah, I like s'mores, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, so yeah, I like them, but I'm not going to say, but I can't eat them.
Okay, but I like to push my diet on people because I feel like it's a healthy thing to do. Dude, my diet is amazing, bro. You should do keto if you already haven't.
I don't need to do keto.
You do, bro. It's a good way of living life. Because okay, I think correct my logic here, okay? I'm gonna give you some really stupid logic, but correct it, all right?
Okay, all right, perfect.
So basically, back in the day, okay, I'm going back.
Way back.
Like we're talking cavemen. You know, we're talking dinos, little dinos
I love
walking
the cavemen
around.
and dinos, dude.
Yeah, dude. So back in the day, humans used to just survive off of vegetation and meat. We used to hunt for meat. We used to survive off that. That was your diet. And you know what? Humans survived. Okay, they thrived. They fucked,
made it, dude.
Right? And they made a little baby caveman. And then they grew up and then they fucked and they made more. And it's just we kept continuing the human race. We're at the point where our generation, just like us as humans, modern day humans, we consume so many fucking sugars and carbs and junk food and this and that, right?
Processed food.
Right. Well, I'm not even saying processed food. I love processed food. But what I'm saying, though, is, right, my point is this, right? So why is it wrong for us to not go back in time and basically... sorry, I just got an air shot. That was kind of funny because he said, what the fuck in the chat. Why is it wrong for us to go back in time and just live off of vegetation and meat like our ancestors did?
I don't think it's wrong.
I feel like more people should do it, though. I feel like that should be...
But I mean, how many years ago was that?
I'm talking like millions, dude.
250,000 years at least, right?
More than that, probably. I mean...
So, we as humans have evolved, right?
Yeah.
Why should I not eat my carbs and my wheat products?
Why should I not eat my carbs?
Are you saying I shouldn't eat bread?
What I'm saying is, it's not eating bread. It's like, why not substitute bread with a low carb version of the bread?
Why?
Because carbs aren't necessarily good for you. They're not good for your energy levels. They burn easy. You crash quicker and you want to eat more. But instead of like doing that, why not eat more fat and protein, gain some more muscle, and put some more weight on you so you can survive and you can burn energy slower so you can have energy for a longer period of time rather than burning it quickly.
I just eat a lot and then I have more energy.
Professional athletes eat less, but they have way more energy and they perform at a crazy level. And it's all because of their ability to eat proteins and fats. And they're able to burn it slower, so when they are going through that test of endurance during the match, they can stay in the pocket longer and get fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they get
I don't know. Peyton Manning, he's sponsored by Papa John's. I think he's eting that stuff,
He's just getting paid. The only thing he's eating is that
dude,
check,
trust
dude.
Me, he's eating Papa John's, dude.
He's eating that Papa John's check, buddy. I don't know if he's eating the fucking food. But
so you're telling me that all the professional athletes out there have a low-carb diet?
I'm not saying all, but I'm saying some of them do. And it's working for them. Like, they're actually seeing way more benefits compared to
right. But say I'm not a professional athlete where I don't have to perform at my peak.
Yeah.
To survive.
Right.
I mean, it's not gonna matter.
Okay, look. Even if you don't have to perform at your peak at all times, all I'm saying is, just in your day to day, right? Wouldn't it be just healthier to have an energy source in your body that doesn't get depleted so you eat more? You save more money, too, if you really think about it, right?
I don't feel like I'm ever low on energy. You
don't think so? You don't ever feel tired throughout the day?
I mean, when, it's late and I'm ready for bed.
But not, throughout the day. Well, you don't work out, too. That's another thing. Do you run, though?
Sometimes, but I feel like running makes me have more energy.
Yeah, because endorphins release, so you feel like you have more energy.
I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about dieting. You've looked into it more than I have.
Yeah.
I feel like you can look at studies and you can say, oh, you know what? Everybody's saying that this is what you need to do. to have the best diet you can and have more energy. But I feel like for every study done on that, there's like a conflicting study on the other side.
Dude, okay, so this is completely irrelevant to what we're talking about, but I want to go off that point you just made. Why is it that we have like conflicting fucking points on everything to the point where like a lot, like I can't make up my mind about certain things because like all because it's so bad, dude. It's like because okay, for one, I'll look up like a study right on why
Right.
keto works, but
Mhm.
then I also on the same fucking screen have a study that says keto is harmful for you. So then, but
Right.
both are backed, right? So it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
What do I look at? Like, what?
Well,
Like, too much
I think
info.
the answer is that nothing is perfect, right? There's always gonna be a downside to something.
Yeah.
So I feel like no matter what, you're always gonna have, that negative study.
So what? So do you choose? What do you choose to look at more? Do you choose to look at the
I
study
don't
that?
know.
Okay, say you go in with a goal, right? Your goal is to prove to yourself that keto is good. Do you go in and you see two
Well, see, if you
conflicting
go in with
studies?
you have to go in with an unbiased mindset. You can't go in saying, I want to see that keto is good for me, because then you're going in, you're going to see something, you say, oh, yeah, there it is. Keto's good. Like, you can't go in with that kind of mindset. You have to go in undecided and then look at everything and figure out for yourself what you think.
That's actually a good
Like, you,
idea.
you can't go in and be like, I'm going to find out why keto is good for me.
Right, right, right.
You need to go in and see, okay, what are the pros, what are the cons? And do the pros outweigh the cons for me?
It's kind of strange because on the topic of looking at the pros and cons for keto, the main con that people have is that it's really hard to get into, which I don't think is a con. I feel like it's more of a discipline thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, is it hard to get into? It's why it's just as easy as any other diet, right?
Well, the reason why
I
they
mean, it's all
say,
about
well,
go
no, okay,
ahead.
okay. So let me tell you. So the reason why everyone says keto is hard to get into is because you legit have to limit your carb count every day to 20 grams of carbs or less. That's basically the gist of it, right?
Hmm.
But the thing is, FDA says that naturally everyone in America should consume at least 220 grams of carbs a day, right? So 220 grams, that's a lot. So with carbs, you're also going to get sugars, which is naturally not going to help out your diet. So basically, when you're cutting yourself to 20 grams of carbs a day, you're essentially limiting like almost 80 to 90% of the food that you normally fucking eat, right? Like
Right.
you're constricting yourself to the point where the only things you can really eat are no carb foods or low carb foods, and there's not a lot of those around. And if you want to go ahead and get into that world, you kind of have to like understand the concept of like, okay, that means that like every day I'm gonna have to eat eggs. I gotta eat bacon. I gotta eat sausage, which sounds amazing, right? But then for lunch, you can't. You can have a salad. You can have some chicken. For dinner, you can have some fish. Like you're basically substituting what you normally eat with like your fucking your fruits and your rice and your whatever's your bread. You're cutting all of that out to get into a
Right.
state of ketosis. That's hard for a lot of
Right.
people.
But once you're
That's
in
why
it, it's
it's
just like
difficult.
anything else, right?
Once you're in it, it's all about maintenance. It's about maintaining your ketosis. So it's like you got to be really aware of like what you eat. But this morning, dude, I figured out something valuable, right? So with every other
Okay.
diet that I tried, I noticed because I do my Fitness Pal. You know that, right? You know my Fitness Pal.
It's an app, yeah, that keeps track of your carbs, your exercise,
Uh
or
huh.
your calories, all that stuff, right?
Have you used it at all?
No.
Okay. So so there's like streaks and you can go back in time and like see what you ate. So I looked back about like 2 months ago before I started my keto diet and I was eating like a bagel in the morning and basically I was restricting myself to like 1500 calories, which for me is a deficit. That's supposed to help me lose weight.
Right.
But I was like looking through how many carbs I ate. I was eating like bagels and bread and I was hitting my carb counts and low fat and all that shit. That's like the typical things that they tell you on every diet. And I remember like I legit saw no weight loss. Like it was pretty fucking horrible. I didn't see anything. And when I switched back over to this diet, I noticed like yesterday, dude, I was legit I was legit eating 1,000 calories a day, which doesn't sound healthy, right? But when you're in keto, your body converts your energy source from carbs to fats. So when you eat more fats and proteins, you're able to just be satisfied with just a low amount of carbs or lower amount of calories. So you're able to lose weight faster because you're eating a low amount. You're satisfied all the time. So that's kind of like, I don't know. That's why keto helps with weight loss, but it also helps with keeping you less hungry. You don't eat as much basically on keto. You can just eat like a basic small meal and it'll keep you going for the whole day. You'll be fully energetic.
Okay.
But that was something cool that I learned though. It's like I can.
Well, were you going to the gym when you were eating 1,500
Yeah,
calories?
yeah. I was going to the gym both times, but I felt like I work out better now that I am on keto because I feel like I have more energy at the gym.
Or is it because you've been working out longer?
That could be it too, but yeah. No, you're probably right. That's probably what it is. Dude, it's crazy. I remember I ate like, especially yesterday, I ate like 500 calories for breakfast, and then I was good until like 2 o'clock. I went to the gym around like 3. I literally ran 2 miles, did like 100 kettlebell swings, came home. That burned like legit. That burned like 300 calories. I thought I burned all the calories I spent eating, right? And dude, I just had like a fillet of salmon. That was it, dude. My night was over. I couldn't even finish the salmon. I was just so satisfied with like the food. I had so much energy. Like it felt good. I don't know. That's what I want everyone to get into if you're looking for weight loss, or if you want to save money and you can only afford, because like fatty foods and vegetables, basically with no carbs, they're like some of the cheapest shit that you could buy, and they'll last you the longest
Not as
time.
cheap as rice and beans, dude.
No, actually, you're right. No, I take that back. Rice and beans is cheap as fuck. How much is like a bunch of chicken, like chicken thighs?
I don't buy chicken thighs. I buy chicken breasts.
How long does a pack of chicken breast last for you?
It depends how much you eat. If I cook it with pasta, I'll do like one breast.
Yeah.
If I do it just like if I just eat the chicken alone, I'll do like 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
And usually there's like 8 in a bag, probably.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do the math.
Yeah. So I mean, you're in a pretty good amount of chicken breast. Pretty good amount. Do you get hungry after, or are you good for a while?
I mean, I just eat a lot. If I feel like eating, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
Like I could go without eating, but sometimes I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna eat some food.
No, I feel it. Sometimes I can't even finish food, dude. It fucking sucks. I used to be able to like clean plates, and now I'm just like, nope, can't do that shit anymore.
No, I'm like a big advocate of, I don't know, growing up, I was always taught, like if you go out to a restaurant and you get your food, like you need to eat all of it. Like don't let your food go to waste, right?
Right.
That's something that was like very heavily taught in my family, like by my father especially. Like the motto is at the table is take what you want, eat what you take.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you take it, you better eat it.
Yeah.
So like at a restaurant that carries over and it's just like you just eat your food.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, you know what? Like if I'm satisfied, the way I view it now is I don't go to a restaurant for a certain amount of food. I go to a restaurant to eat, like, and to get full.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I leave the restaurant full, I feel like I'm happy with it,
Right. No, I get that.
Like if I eat half my plate and I'm full, then there's no reason for me to stuff down the rest of it because I paid for it, because I paid to get full, not to eat, not to have this amount of food.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, because the same sentiment you have, my dad has, and he always like instilled that to me and my sister when we were growing up. I mean, it's a good logic to have. It's just like good not to waste your food, But
right,
yeah, dude.
I mean, and then if you don't eat it, I feel like I always take my leftovers home now. I used to not ever do that, but now I'm just like, if I eat half of it and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of full, I'll just box it up so I have a meal tomorrow.
No, I feel it.
Maybe that's just part of being poor.
No, that's just part of being like thrifty with your fucking food. Yeah, being poor, basically.
Right. Like some people don't care, but I'm just like, dude, I'm making like $9 an hour.
No, fuck it, dude.
If I got to eat, I gotta make 2 meals out of this. Dude.
Even if we got like 50 grand a fucking month, I feel like we'd still take leftovers. Cause what the fuck? Why not? Like it's just food. Like you're gonna eat it anyways. Might as well.
Well, they're never as good, dude. Leftovers aren't as good the second time.
That's true, but I mean,
sometimes they are. Sometimes, what's your favorite like kind of leftovers?
Ooh, I'm a big fan of leftover. Ah, fuck. Hold up. Now that I'm getting like multiple food items in my head. Ah, shit. I'd say leftover pizza.
Oh, what? Leftover pizza's awful.
I know it sounds awful, but like the thing is, anything left over to me, it kind of sort of sucks. And I know I'm eating it because I'm eating it just because like I bought it. You know what I mean? So I was like,
right. But I'm saying like even like leftovers that you cooked.
Oh, that I cooked.
Like anything that's been leftover pasta and leftover pizza are like at the bottom for me.
Yeah, pasta's nasty leftover. But like the reason why I like pizza is because I know what I'm eating is like degrading to my stomach. So I mean, I'm actually eat the nastiest fucking leftover food item I can come up with. Give myself that extra bit of suffering. Nah, but I don't know. What about leftover Chinese food? That's kind of lit.
Always awful.
Really? You think so?
It depends what kind of Chinese food you get. When I get Chinese food, I usually get like the fried stuff that's been thrown in some sauce, like some General Tso's, dude.
Yeah.
Like not real Chinese food.
Right. So
I don't eat real Chinese food.
I don't think, dude. I'm trying to think of a time where I did eat real Chinese food. Have you tried pho, like the Vietnamese soup?
No.
Dude, you gotta.
Everybody always talks about
pho.
I've recently heard about pho.
It's overrated as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
And I don't. Is it like a current trend? Is this something?
No, it's not even a trend. It's just like a traditional food item.
Well, why have I heard about it? Like,
'cause
more recent. I'm saying, is it a trend with white people?
Yeah, it's a white people trend for
okay.
sure. Yeah,
okay.
So
See,
you guys have your own fucking trends. White people trend so many fucking food items. It makes no sense to me.
I know, dude. It's awful.
Yeah, one of the biggest trends is pho for white people, and I think it's because it's so different than what you guys normally eat. It's basic, but it's so overrated, dude. It tastes kind of nasty too.
I always wonder if they're trends, because I feel like there's always like these new trends coming around. I don't know if it's like if pho is a trend or if I've just been ignorant to it all this time because nobody used to talk about pho. Like when I was like 16, my classmates weren't like, "Yo, dude, you gotta go get some pho." You know, maybe it's just because I'm older that I'm exposed to it.
I feel like,
but I just feel like I've been hearing about it a lot lately.
No, you're right. That's one thing. Getting older and getting exposed to it is one thing, but I feel like one more thing to know about pho is that it's such a cultural thing that if you don't have a good Vietnamese place around you, it's probably gonna taste like shit. Like, don't make the mistake of going to like a non-traditional place. Like, okay, I had a Vietnamese friend because I went on a camping trip with him and another friend of mine, and his family took us to like a Vietnamese place on the way back home. And we went to this like really cool place. I had like duck fry and shit. I never had duck before. It tastes pretty good. But I also had pho. That was like the main dish. And I could not fucking finish that pho. And I'm talking, this is like a traditional, authentic fucking place, right? And the menu was in Vietnamese too, not even English translation. So you know that they're only catering to Vietnamese people. But yeah, so like I tried it and it was fucking nasty, dude. I don't know what it is. I feel like it was kind of like, it wasn't sweet or anything. Well, it was a little bit sweet. It's like it hits all your fucking. It's like a really savory.
It's like a noodle-based dish, isn't it?
It's not even. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say noodle-based, but it's basically soup. It's basically like a pot of water, right? That's flavored mildly, I think, and then most of the flavoring comes from like the meats that they put in there, and they basically cook everything in this one broth, right? And then they serve that to you. So there's noodles in there, there's meat, there's all kinds of shit, but it's mainly like 80% water and 20% food content that you can actually eat. So it's mainly you're just drinking.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good in theory, but when you taste it though, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan. And that was at a traditional place also. But it depends on the person though, I guess, you know?
Yeah. One of my favorite things left over is I've told you about I got a butter chicken recipe from my friend, dude, and I think it's legit, and the leftover butter chicken's always good, dude.
Indian food has a long shelf life, dude, because like the spices keep that shit permeated for a while. Like you're gonna smell that shit every time you open it. You know it's good. Like I don't know that like Indian food is always amazing for leftovers. It doesn't depend. Like it doesn't even matter what kind of Indian food it is. Just Indian food in general is good.
So when I threw out the question, I said, "What's your favorite leftover food?" And you hit me with pizza.
Still pizza though. Still pizza. Still pizza. Because you know why, dude? I had a really good experience with leftover pizza.
Okay.
My friend has like he has his own pizza. I told you about this one friend. He has a pizza shop.
I know.
I'm not gonna tell the people. He probably listens to this. So basically, he has a pizza shop. It's amazing. And he made this one pesto pizza for me. And he makes a pesto like in-house. He makes a pizza in-house, all high-quality ingredients, blah, blah, blah. So it's amazing.
High quality in-house.
Right. It's great. It's a fucking amazing-ass pizza. I love it. And so I bought like a box from him. And I ate like half of it. There's like 12 slices, right? So I ate half of it. I bought some beer. And I was just chilling at home. I was just watching the stream, eating pizza.
Pizza and beer. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just chilling. And then so I fell asleep on my bed. This is back when I was like fat as fuck and I just didn't give a fuck about life. So I had like a bunch of beer everywhere. I woke up the next morning and the pizza was kind of cold. Like it was the pesto was cold, and the pesto kind of dried up a little bit, you know, because it's greens.
Okay,
It's good, but here's the thing though. It was like so good, dude, because I woke up. I didn't even brush my teeth. This is kind of nasty, but I just took like a big honking bite, a big hunk out of that fucking pesto pizza, and the greens were a little crispy, added a little extra texture to it, and like the cheese was so good, and the oil from when he cooked it still trapped underneath the cheese, and it was just amazing, dude. I think I'm gonna clarify it. I like his pizza left over.
Wait, hang on. Do you warm up your pizza or do you eat it cold?
When I get it, it's already warm, so I like it like that. But if I'm just eating it again, I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. I don't care if it's cold. I don't care if it's warm.
I'm not in on the cold pizza, dude.
You don't like cold pizza, dude?
Nah.
It's classic. I love cold. I mean, it's like something I grew up with. I don't know.
Cause a lot of people like cold pizza. I'm just not into it.
It's because of laziness. We're just too lazy to go reheat it, so we just eat it.
It's not that good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're probably right.
I was gonna ask you the follow-up question. I was gonna say, do you warm up your pizza in the oven or do you warm it up in the microwave?
I don't have time for either, so I just fucking eat that shit. But I would, to be honest though, if I were to warm it up and take my time with it, and say I'm on like say a girl is over or some shit, and I'm really trying to like.
And you're having leftover pizza, yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it is what it is. She doesn't know because I'm gonna toss that baby in the oven, dude.
She's gonna know.
I'm gonna toss it in the oven.
Yeah, you gotta do it in the oven. There's less chance of her finding out if you warm it up in the oven.
Right, and then I get like a brush, like one of those like food brushes, and I get some melted butter with some salt and garlic, and I just like
spread that on the crust.
No, not even the crust. The whole fucking just lather that shit out, right? And then I put that bitch. Basically, I want to microwave for a little bit, so like the oil kind of gets in, the butter gets in. It's kind of nice and warm, right? A little goulash, and then you pop that. Pop that bitch in the oven. Get that shit at 350 degrees, perfect, little crisp. You know what I mean?
350 degrees, 10 minutes. That's my recommendation.
That's it. But
pizza.
Would you microwave before just to kind of get a little goulash going?
Why?
A little smoothie.
I don't want goulash.
you want a little smoothie going on?
I don't even know what you mean by goulash, dude. To me, goulash is like a dish with macaroni and beef. What do you mean by goulash?
I thought it was some Russian dish, like Russian pudding or some shit. So I was just trying to, because it sounds like it, dude. It's like, you're going to eat the goulash tonight at the gulag. Like, I thought it was some fucking goulash, like some crazy ass pudding dish. But I guess you're right, though. Yours probably makes more sense, the mac and cheese thing.
It's not mac and cheese. It's like a tomato-based macaroni dish with beef.
Dude, you know what I can't eat?
It's like macaroni, beef, and like red sauce. What can't you eat?
Beef. Not because I'm Hindu.
Is this because you're Indian?
No, it's God damn it. No, but like, because, okay, I'm personally not a religious person, so I don't really follow by the rules, but I have tried.
I don't follow the rules, dude.
Dude, I'm a badass, bro. I eat steak. No, but like, dude, like, I ate a steak burger once from like an actual steakhouse, and it was fucking incredible, dude. Oh my God. But the problem is, though, I legit puked it out like an hour later. And I don't know. Every time I eat steak, Grizz, I puke it out. My body doesn't like it. I think it's because I didn't grow up with it. Like, I didn't grow up eating like red meat. I would grow up eating fish and chicken. That's it. You gotta understand. For 21 years, I have never touched fucking beef or red meats.
For 20 years?
I just didn't. It's not a thing. Like, in my house, like, I mean, even though I'm not religious, in my house, they don't like to eat beef, and I respect that, so I don't eat beef either.
Right, but I'm saying for 20 years, you never had beef?
Yeah, in India, they don't got beef.
You never went to McDonald's and got a hamburger?
Never. I got McChickens.
Are you kidding right now?
Dead serious. I just never eat beef. I don't know. It's just not a thing. So I guess when I started eating it, my body just didn't fucking like that shit. It was like, nah, fam.
Hang on. Can you explain to me the first time you ever had beef?
So the first time I ever had beef, let me think. It wasn't the steak joint.
Was this in college?
No, wait. Steak and beef are different, right?
No, it's all beef. Like it's all cow.
But beef is like when I think of beef, I think of like the ground version, like the ground
Like
chuck.
ground beef.
Right, I think of the chuck version, you know?
Right, but I mean it's still beef.
Right. Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna look at those two separate things. Okay. So I ate steak for the first time at a joint when I was 20.
At a joint, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
were you out with your friends? What was the experience? What was the deal?
Okay, so I was with two of my friends. Both of them were white, and they're fucking hicks, dude. I swear to God. And I always fuck with them about that.
Wait, is this me and Scott?
Yeah. How'd you know? No. Like this is like two of my other white friends from high school. I always fuck with them about like how they like have crushes on their cousins and shit. You know, just some white people racial humor. And basically, what happened was that we were talking about. So I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. They were talking about 9/11 or something. It was some stupid. We were making some jokes, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, it was weird. And then so like out of nowhere, my friend said, "You know what, dude? I'm gonna bet you $20 that you're gonna like steak." And I'm like, "That's a stupid fucking bet because I'm gonna take your money, you fucking retard." But he was just like, "No, dude. Like I promise you that you're not gonna like steak because you're a fucking Hindu and you people don't eat steak." So he was coming at me from like a racial angle, and I know it's like a dumb bet, and I know that he was just taunting me, but I felt like I needed to prove myself. So I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. Let's go to Red Robin right now." So we went to fucking Red Robin.
We went to Red Robin.
Is that a steakhouse? Is that a steakhouse? I don't know.
Red Robin's like a hamburger joint, and hang on. I'll tell you about my Red Robin experience once you're done with.
Wait, hold up. What's the difference between a hamburger and a beef burger?
I don't know what a beef burger is. They're just called hamburgers.
So ham is the same thing as beef?
No, it's not. A hamburger, it doesn't consist of ham. It's not made up of ham. It's made up of beef.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
It's a dumb name.
Okay, so they're the same thing then.
I mean, yeah. I don't know anybody who calls them beef burgers, though.
Okay, no, you're right. All right, whatever. Anyway, so you're saying it's a hamburger joint. So I went there, and I got their most expensive burger. It was like a $13 burger. It had the grade A1 steak sauce. Steak. Well, it's a steak burger. Like, it has steak in it. Like, it's a steak burger. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
okay.
Like the pieces were in it. It's not like I didn't eat a whole fucking steak like that. Like, I didn't fucking have that, you know? That was a different time, but I had a steak burger, you know? So, like, I had this burger. I was eating it. And for some reason, I thought it tasted really fucking weird. Like, I didn't like it. It felt too tough and chewy for me. I didn't like that feeling, you know? I felt like I had to chew longer than I had to chew chicken or fish.
You gotta chew, dude.
I don't like it. It felt like I was a cow.
You need to chew your food. That's how you eat.
Dude, you are really what you fucking eat, Grizz. All right? I ate like I felt like a cow grazing on this fucking meat. It just wouldn't fucking digest. It wouldn't chew. I ate it, took his $20, backed out the fucking Red Robin, like, fuck this place. And then I started getting like a stomach cramp. So I'm like, all right, hey, dude, let me use your bathroom. So I go to his bathroom and I fucking puke out the entire burger, dude. I don't know what it was. I legit think it's because of like I can't eat steak. I can't eat meat. I mean, I can't eat beef.
Is this
like
the only
that.
time you've had steak was on a steak burger?
But I've had like a steak though. Like a steak.
What kind of steak?
It was a really shitty steak. It wasn't a good steak. It was at my buddy's house. He made steak for us. Like he made.
Yeah, I can make a steak for you, dude.
Yeah. Well, he made me like he originally asked me if I wanted chicken or steak, and then I was kind of drunk, so I'm like, just make me steak, bro. I want to try this shit. And then he made me steak, and then steak was pretty fucking good when I had it. Like he made it really good, I guess. Like he rendered out the fat, and it was still chewy as shit. I didn't like that one part about it, but like I finished half of it. I swear, dude, I got the same feeling I had when I ate the burger. My stomach kind of gurgled a little bit. I was like, let me use the restroom real quick. Puke that bitch out. Just right like that. I can't do it. My Indian body is not used to that shit, dude. I can't eat steak. It's not a thing for me.
Can't eat steak.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Can we just... Red Robin, first off. Okay, so I went to Red Robin recently, like about a month ago, okay? Because I wanted a burger.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go and get a burger on Sunday, and you can't go anywhere on Sunday here because the Mormons shut down the entire city.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get my burger. Because I wanted to go to like a local place, because local places are usually better when it comes to that sort of deal.
Yeah.
If you're going someplace for like a good burger, you want to go to a local place. So we couldn't find a local place, so we went to Red Robin because I for some reason in my mind, I was like, Red Robin, like they're known for burgers. You know, they got good burgers.
Yeah.
So Kate and I loaded up. We went to Red Robin, and I got this burger, dude. And let me tell you, this was an awful burger. Worst burger I've had in a while.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is don't go to Red Robin.
Red Robin is nasty. It's fucking disgusting.
Red Robin sucks, dude.
It's fucking disgusting. I don't even know why Red Robin is like why do people like Red Robin, dude? Why do people go there?
I don't know.
Why are they still in business? Dude, aside from Red Robin, another place that I really fucking hate that everyone seems to like is Golden Corral. I fucking cannot stand that goddamn
Corral,
place.
Dude.
I cannot stand that place, dude. Every time I go there, dude, the waiters are fucking disrespectful. They don't give a fuck. And people like they'll like drop little bits of food on the floor. I'm like, that's nasty, bro.
Isn't Golden Corral like a buffet?
Yeah, but it's nasty ass buffet, dude. Like I don't like any of their food.
Most buffets are nasty.
Because they put so much lard into all their shit. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's not so much that they put lard into it. It's just that like you can't do everything, right? Like if you go to a buffet, their pizza's never gonna be as good as a pizza place. Their steak isn't gonna be as good as a steak place.
Yeah.
Their mashed potatoes are gonna be on point because mashed potatoes are always good.
Right.
But I don't know, dude. So are you telling me you've never had a McDonald's hamburger?
Never in my fucking life have I had
PAX this year.
Nah, not doing it, dude. My
We're
fucking stomach.
Burger,
I'm gonna
dude.
puke.
No.
I'm gonna puke. It's nasty.
You're an American. You have.
I'm Indian. I just live in America. What are you talking about,
dude? You lived here for your whole life, dude.
I was born there, though. Technically, I'm still.
You couldn't even take boarding school there, dude.
Okay, but that's because like 7 dudes peed on a wall in unison. All right, that was.
You're barely more Indian than I am.
Dude, that's not true. I know my language. Like, straight up. Come on now, fam.
So, we're going to get you a hamburger from McDonald's. Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. We had In-N-Out at Scott's house. We had a burger, then you were fine.
Was that beef?
Yeah.
No way, really? Beef. Oh, dude, I didn't even realize, huh? Fuck.
Do you know what beef is?
I think, well, that's what I was asking earlier. You were just like, bro, beef is just any kind of red meat. But no, you're actually right, though.
No, it's any sort of like cow meat.
No,
beef.
actually, after I ate that burger, I did use a restroom immediately.
What'd you do?
I took a fat ass shit.
Up?
I took a fat ass shit. Like that was.
Well, that wasn't from the beef, dude. That was from.
Those were
something else.
I think my body probably was like, I'm not gonna puke this out. I got the energy for this, bro. We're just gonna shit this out. We're gonna take
Your
this
body
out.
didn't even know it was beef. I think it's all placebo. You psych yourself out and say you can't eat beef, and then you have it without knowing about it, and you're fine.
Do you think that like because for so long I've been like told that beef is bad for me by like everybody that like it's just become like an internal thing?
It's like a psychological thing.
God damn, dude, I'm fucked psychologically. Oh my god.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next episode.
Yo, real quick though, before we go, I just want to say, boys, I saw that one review on iTunes, and I'm proud of you, boy.
Yes.
If you made it this far, leave a second one. I feel like 5 reviews gets us the 5-star rating on the side. That'll push us further into the fucking abyss.
Yeah, if you guys want to do us a huge favor, go on to iTunes and rate this puppy 5 stars, 4 stars, you know.
Make it happen.
Whatever you feel is right. If it's 3 stars or below, though, don't rate us.
If it's below 5, just don't bother listening to us anymore. Just walk away. We're a 5 out of 5 package deal, boys. You know.
And just so everybody knows, we're on a schedule now. We're legit. Visit us at rngpodcast.com.
Hey.
Every Friday. A new podcast every Friday.
Every single Friday, boys. Hit us. Or you can just fucking drop us.
Hit us.
Hit us with a 5-star. Otherwise, don't hit us at all. All right. We out. Peace.
We out, boys.
Bye.
Okay.